Hey, what is up? Live, Nick Peterson here, plugging in my keyboard real quick, and I'm going to talk real quick about why your communication is not super effective, even though you want it to be, and even though you feel like you're sending out good messages, your cold emails, your warm emails, your ads, your follow up, your direct outreach is not working. And here's why: because it is obvious that you are clueless and unempathetic. Truthfully, even if you don't mean to be. I know. See, the thing is, we send messages, we send emails like, "Hey, I hope you're well." "Hey Nick, hope you're doing well. I have a question for you." Now, here's the problem: it's super generic. Right now, in particular, I can look outside and I see shelter in place. I see riots. I can see all this stuff. So to send out a mass email, it's obvious to me it's a mass email when you are that generic, and you say, "Hey, hope everything is well, dot, dot, dot," um, it's not going to land. It's not going to land very well because 99% of the people you send that to are not well, right? There's a lot going on. So when you send messages like this, and I learned this from Chris Voss, who's perhaps the greatest negotiator of all time, when you send messages that are like, "Hey, hope you're doing good," look, I believe you. I believe that you really do hope people are doing well. But it's kind of like walking up to somebody and you see that like they sprained their ankle, they're on the ground, they're in a lot of pain, and you're like, "Hey, hope you're doing well." It is entirely unempathetic to just have this blanket message of hope things are well, because you know what? Things are not always well for everybody. And if we acknowledge that, we actually say, "Hey, see Dr. Lyon on here." If I say, "Hey, Dr. Lyon, hope all is well," well, what I'm doing is I'm completely ignoring the fact that you got a whole lot going on. It's super generic. It's kind of the subconscious programming to like be nice. But just be nice, you're gonna be ignored. So hey, I know it's crazy with the baby at home. Hopefully you're finding time to get some work done. Dot dot dot. Right. This says, "Hey, I see you. I'm empathetic toward your situation. I'm aware." Right. To send these mass emails like, "Hey, hope everything is good," when nothing is good, there's riots on the streets, like, it shows that it's generic, it shows it's not thoughtful, and or you are completely oblivious to world events. None of those things make me want to work with you, right? So hopefully that makes sense. Start thinking like we got to get over this subconscious programming. Say a nice thing, generic nice thing, and then go right into whatever we want to say. Like it's not going to get open, it's not going to get read, and you're going to lose business. You're going to lose whatever respect you have for people if you send out these super generic, like, you send out, "Hey, hope you're well," and I see your name. I'm like, I just got out of the hospital. What do you mean, hope I'm well? Like, you can't acknowledge, you can't say, "Hey, Nick, I see you. I feel you. I'm empathetic for your situation. And I'm aware of the potential consequences and pains and discomforts that you're feeling. And I want to communicate with you, understanding where you're at." If you can't do that, your messages are not going to get answered. You're not going to get heard. You're not going to get responded to, because even if you really do, you're just a really nice person and you really do hope that everybody is well, you need to know better. You need to know that not everybody is well, and you need to have an understanding, a realization, right? That similar to like even criminals say, "I didn't do it," right? Everybody says the thing that sounds like the thing they're supposed to say. So even if you really do hope they are well, a whole bunch of people that don't give a shit said the same thing, right? So now you're leaving it up to your audience to discern, put all that bandwidth into trying to sift through who means it, who doesn't. You can cut right through that by saying, "Hey, I know you're not well," or "I know things have been tough," or "I know you've had a hard time," or "Look, a whole bunch of your clients are probably trying to get your time right now because things are crazy. So I totally apologize for interrupting your day. Like, you just cut through all the bullshit and now you're speaking to me. You're saying, I get you, I see you, I respect your time. All that to say, don't be a lazy communicator. Being nice is going to get you ignored. Being kind is different. Being kind is recognizing, hey, Dr. Lyon, hope everything is well. That's kind of nice. Say, hey, hate to intrude. I know you got a baby running around the house and your husband is just busting his ass trying to finish school. And so if you have a minute, I'd love to talk to you. If not, I totally get it. Like, I just cut through all the BS and said, I see you. I understand your situation. I remember our conversation. And even if I've never talked to you before, I have to have some level of like discernment about like the state of the world and the economy, right? So even if I'd never talked to you before, I should understand that things are probably a little crazy in your world. To just pretend like, hey, hope everything's well. By the way, you want to buy my thing? You're going to get ignored. So biggest universal pain that we all have, universal pain, universal struggle, is that we all feel misunderstood. Everybody feels like nobody else gets it. Every single one of us feels that way. So you pop in my inbox or my messenger or my text or pass by on the street and you just show me a tiny hint that you get me, you understand the situation I'm in, you just cut through all the noise. Okay. Hopefully that's useful. Stop the generic. Just stop the generic stuff. We know it's generic. It means nothing. It's going to get ignored. Okay. You want to learn how to do this, you can go to earncustomersforlife.com. I wrote a book about it. I built a course around it, how to communicate with people in a way that moves them, in a way that is favorable to them and stand out in a crowd. So go check that out.